Hello, everybody. Today we have a very special guest. He's a friend of mine for many, many years. His name is Massimo, longtime Zoho premium partner. Massimo took a different route. Instead of just creating custom applications, he invested in two beautiful products. And Massimo, I will let you explain. I think what you created is fantastic.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And yeah, it's crazy. It probably is close to a decade now we've known each other, and that's a whole other video we can make on how we
Right.
met and all that. But yeah, we love Zoho. We've been working with them for 9 years technically as a partner. And about 5 years ago, we decided to, instead of just doing custom work, we were actually going to build products on top of Zoho. And so, namely, our most well-known one is Blue Mortgage, which is a
Mortgage.
mortgage broker CRM. Yeah, we've got I think we just surpassed 1,800 clients on that one.
Crazy.
Mostly in Canada, which is unique. We do work with people worldwide, but we have focused on Canada. And now we have a newer product called Cloven, which is more focused on financial advisors. So still in the financial world, mortgage or investments, similar. And we've got some plans for the future on how those two communicate and stuff. But today I was
Makes
hoping I
sense.
could, yeah, yeah, because they share leads, right? And
That's right.
so
That's right.
that's the way we're going. And yeah, so today I wanted to show all your viewers this tool, talk about it. I know you know a lot about both of these industries. You've been around for a while. You have mortgages, I believe,
Now we're
anyways.
just sending them your way, so I don't know much about them anymore.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, you have sent us some leads, you're right. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if there's any other pleasantries or I can just hop into it.
Let's
Yeah.
check it out.
Okay, cool. Let me share my screen.
Let's see what
So,
Cloven can do.
so first of all, I will just say, for those that are interested, and maybe if there's a lot of interest, we do a separate video on this. But this is our mortgage CRM landing page if people want to check it out. It's got some of our main features, the biggest of which is we've integrated with all of the banks in Canada through these softwares that you see here. And so if you're a mortgage broker, you'll recognize these. And that was the big project that took us a year and a half to do. And so all of your mortgage data automatically flows in and out of your CRM as you're pushing it to the banks. It does all kinds of stuff,
Huge.
post-close campaigns, etc. So check it out if you're interested, and I can talk about some of those features maybe separately.
Yeah, the bank integration is huge because doing it as an individual company, it's probably impossible. It's so
Yeah,
expensive and you need so much expertise.
yeah. I mean, to put it lightly, we had 3 developers working on it for a year and a half, and developers are paid a lot. And so, yeah, it was a multi-$100,000 project to do. And yeah, so I wouldn't recommend going down that road on your own. You technically could, but it's a nightmare. So yeah, this is our financial advisor CRM. It's, like I said, built on Zoho. And one of the things we set out to solve, and I'll hop into it in a minute, is like we noticed, and I'm sure you see this too, Lior, that there's just so many. I don't think this is unique to advisors, but they're subscribed to so many apps, Calendly and Gmail and CRM and this and that. And there wasn't really an answer for that in the advisor space. Data is a problem in this space as well. Data is everywhere. It has to be so compliant, more so than the mortgages actually. And they don't know how to get data into these systems. They often can't get it out, and they can't be compliant. And so we worked on a bunch of things here. We've got a custom import tool that I'll show everyone. We built out some custom.
So the custom import is on top of the Zoho import, the native one?
Yeah, so we do have obviously have the native one, and that's what we're actually showing in this little thing, which is pretty simple to use. But what I'll show you in the actual tool, we did build something that has all the field mapping and processes from certain data systems already built in. And eventually where we're going to get on this one is pulling data directly from the insurance carriers and the investment dealers. But we're starting with an import tool that you can drag and drop the file. You don't have to map anything. We just suck it in for you. That's how we started on mortgage too, to be honest. And then we built the direct integration. It's honestly just a lot of hoops for the direct integration and compliance we got to go through with all the insurance companies.
Right.
The second one, one of the things, and maybe you've seen this in some of the CRMs you work with, but building client profiles, like the account to contact relationship in the CRM is pretty limited. When a contact wants to be part of many accounts, it doesn't really work.
That's right.
And so we actually built an extension. We call it ART, our relationship tracker. And you're kind of seeing it here where you can add someone to many accounts or many accounts to many accounts. And so this was something that was really highly requested. And because in this investment world, you got to know the accountant, you got to know the lawyer, you got to know the husband, wife, children. And so it became important.
Yeah, it's all relationships.
Totally. And then I'll quickly glance through these and then go into the tool, but we have some pre-built automations that we're showing here. We have some mail merge templates that auto bring in insurance and investment data, and you can customize them. And then we just talk about here, and people watching through Lior's channel know Zoho, but for the typical advisor, they don't realize that they get so many apps in one bundle, right? So this is something powerful too that we talk about.
Also, what I saw with mortgage brokers and also with wealth managers, for example, they will use, as you said, multiple applications, and there will be tons of copy paste from one to another. And on the way, they're losing data, there are mistakes. So having, like in your system, having everything in one place, it's beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. It's the mistakes are the killer for sure. I mean, I had one gentleman the other day say that like the biggest risk to to his business is compliance and errors. Like in this world, when you're managing money, they're really hardcore about compliance and data security. And so if someone's copy pasting into a Word doc on their computer or whatever, it gets real bad, or it could get bad. So anyways, here's our tool. So what we like to say to people is we get you 80% of the way there. We're not pretending that every single field in here is perfect for every advisor, and it never will be, same as in our mortgage product. That last 20%, we can help you get there, and that's why we're built on Zoho. You have so much flexibility. But we also want to get you out of the gate and provide support so that within putting in your credit card, you have a system that would take you many hours, a lot of money, and constant upkeep, which we handle for you. So we have this idea in the system. We have contacts, which are me and you. We have households or companies, which is just for you, Leo, the account module. But for the average user, a lot of these advisors want to store a husband, wife in one spot. And this is where our tool comes in. So basically, that's any grouping of people, whether it be people who work at a company or a house with a husband, wife in it. That's where we put all those people. We then have an insurance tab. We have a lot of life insurance advisors that use this. It could also be disability for the Americans, health, whatever. We have an investment tab as well for all of your trades. And then newer, we have a financial plan tab, which is it's a work in progress. And that's one of the things, we're kind of new kid on the block with this tool. We're about 1.5 years in. We're constantly adjusting it. Probably in 6 months, this video will need to be redone. But a lot of people like that about us. A lot of the tech in this industry, and you've probably seen it, Leo, is just garbo. Well, it's 20 years old. And it hasn't really been updated. So that's something we pride ourselves on. So
there is a huge upside for you to update all the time, because I think for a potential customer, they will have two routes. One, do it yourself. So they will spend years to go to where you are already at. So, buying into your plan, they're already buying the pain of hundreds of customers that already bled. And this is the best we can come up with based on all those. So I think there is a huge upside for that.
for sure. And that's what we say to people. We get people almost once a week that says, why wouldn't I just buy Zoho? Because we are more expensive than Zoho. Like we charge a markup on top of Zoho to provide you this template, right? And so people say, oh, I could just go to Zoho and save $30 a month and per user. And we say you could, but to your point, we've learned and built something based off of blood, sweat, and tears. But also, we have focus groups of some of the top advisors in Canada. Right now we have eight advisors in it that are telling us how to make this better. It's not just the past, it's moving forward. And you get all of that for free. We roll it out, right? So you're coming along on this journey of progression instead of building something once and then calling a consultant up again in 6 months being like, well, could you build this? Another 20 grand and whatever, right?
That's
So
right. That's right.
yeah, yeah. So on the homepage, just a quick little thing here. We try to be pretty proactive. So in the system, we have pre-built. This is just a report that lets you know of all your upcoming renewals for life insurance. This is a bit more intense where we're actually summing up all of the investments the client has in the system. And then we're actually stamping a date automatically in the household that the client is in, because legally, at least here in Canada, and I'm almost positive in the States as well, you have to check in with clients once a year on the investment side to see if their risk tolerance has changed.
Yeah.
So this is all pre-done for you. Birthdays this month, we have some code running that does that as well. And then just tasks. So right when you log in, you've got things to do, which we really try to focus on.
And for the birthdays, can you send the automatic birthday cards or?
Yeah.
And
So
okay.
we have a couple of workflow automations for emails that are automatic. Birthday card, you'd have to work with our support team to kind of show you how to do that, but it's a 20-minute call. It's not a big deal.
Right.
We also have reports that send out to you. A lot of advisors use this. This might sound silly to you, but a lot of them, we have a report in here that sends out all the birthdays that are next month. And they actually write cards and they want a month window. That is a heavily requested feature that we built. So we also have that if people are into that.
Super cool. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay, so let's look at a client. We do have a little bit of a client journey prior to them actually buying a policy from you or an investment. Honestly, in this world, maybe you see it too, Leo, or it's not a massive lead-driven world. It's a lot of referral from my accountant or whatever.
Yep.
But some advisors do like this. And so I won't say this is the heaviest used feature, but one of the cool things being built on Zoho is we have all of this here, and within 2 clicks, you just click a record, edit again, and now you're in the back end, and our support team can help you change fields, change drop downs, etc. Let me show you some of the features that we built ourselves. So the relationship one, I've harped on this a little bit. This is a widget that we built that actually allows you to add a husband and wife or add many people to a husband and wife
So you manage
household.
it using a related list?
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not loading right now. I do this demo all the time. Just 1 second. Let me show someone else here. But we actually built an extension, and the extension creates multiple modules. And then as you're interacting with this, the extension will actually.
So it saves you the time to do it manually, click in multiple places and probably get it wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And we break down the barrier of right now, Tom could only work. Oh, yeah, I think we're working on it in the back end. Okay, well, not great timing, but what I can show you actually here, just for the people, I know we had an update coming out. I tried to get them to time it. Let me see. I'm pretty sure it's in here.
That's the extension that is doing the relationships?
Yeah, we actually have the extension. So basically what it does, it was on this homepage here, but you could see it looks like this. Let me just zoom in here.
Yeah.
So basically what would happen, we actually install this where it has contacts that can be related to each other, accounts, and your main household. And you can add, in this example, you could add Massimo is related to, like, he has an operating co and a hold co. He also has an accountant and a sister and a brother. And in the back end, we're doing all the modules and stuff. So that's how it operates. And the reason why I wanted to show it is a lot of advisors run into CRMs and you can only say that Tom works at Blue Root, but
That's
then you
right.
can't say he works anywhere else or he has an accountant or whatever. So our extension, when it's not being worked on, allows you to do that. So that's one thing that we really like, and a lot of advisors use it. You can see we keep things pretty simple in the contact card.
It sounds, by the way, something that can be used by lots of companies, not only advisors.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I was looking in the marketplace. We maybe have about 50 clients. We only brought this out maybe 4 months ago. But yeah, there are clients worldwide that are using this on the Zoho suite. It's not just if you buy our Cloven product, it's built in and free, but you can actually download it for $30 a month and use it if you're in another industry. There's no problem for that. Yeah.
I see.
Okay, so we keep this pretty simple. The main area here that a lot of advisors like is like these dates are stamping. Once you stamp them, we have automations to remind you. So know your client, last time you reviewed them, how much RRSP and TFSA for the Canadians listening, you'll know what that is. And so these are just nudges. We have automations built around them to keep in touch with clients because frankly, that's a big thing that a lot of advisors say. They're just like, I don't keep in touch with my clients, which is crazy. So we try to make it easier. We have an insurance tab here. The idea is, okay, Henry comes to you, he wants some life insurance. You then say, how much do you weigh? Do you smoke, etc. You then send it to the carrier. They then give you a price, and then it's either won or lost. And so that's the idea here. Again, it can be customized. And within this, we do have a number of fields that are pertinent to insurance. We have layout rules here to switch things around depending on the type of insurance. We have some riders and beneficiaries, which are important in the insurance world. And we're building out a commission section. It's a bit complicated. It's a work in progress. We do have like a light feature here, but we're thinking in the next 2-3 months, we'll have a more in-depth one because a lot of guys and gals want to be able to run how much money they're making on a deal.
So based on some calculation and some variables, you will know exactly the commission that they're expecting for this account.
Yeah, so it'll actually be, this is being changed to a lookup to look at products based on the insurer. And then based on that, we then know, okay, what's the first year commission? What's the drip commission or the trailer commission? Exactly. So yeah.
Nice.
And then within the products, you'll be able to put how much money you make and on a per product basis or on a per policy basis. Yeah.
Do you have also a way to add, let's say, when they're running trades or something like that, so to calculate those as well?
Yeah, so we do have a module here for all of their investments or accounts. And so you could see it, you can have RESP, stocks, et cetera. And when you go into them, we do have like a market value and book value and your returns. These are just simple formula fields. But what we're working on now is some of this stuff, like how much are you contributing, what's the frequency, and then we're actually integrating with some Canadian firms where this data is going to be flowing in actually from the stock market. So that's one of the, right now what we have is this import widget here that you can actually load up. This is a popular tool here in Canada. You can actually click on it. And this is what I mentioned where you can just upload the CSV from this tool and we bring it all in. And so what people are doing right now is once a week or once a month, they're uploading this data. You don't have to map anything. And we do all the logic for dupes and all of that. And we're bringing in the investment data. This is step one. And then step two will be an actual full-blown integration. One of the other neat things that a lot of people are doing here is within the actual client, I'll open up Henry. He's our test guy. We have some mail merge documents here. Sorry?
Yeah, Mr. Henry.
Yeah, Mr. Henry. And so this will actually just pull in all the information, all the active policies that Henry has, all of the active investments that Henry has. And this is honestly just a Zoho feature. We've just made it pretty. But where we took it another level is we actually built an integration. It should be somewhere here. But in any case, that you can turn on where this can just, you can set a date where this auto goes out, this mail merge. I don't even know if you've ever seen this, Leor. But if I go here, I believe it's in our actions. Yeah, mail merge.
Mhm.
So we have a mail merge widget here where it'll actually load up. You have to connect to our server, but it'll actually load up the mail merges and what date you want to send them out. So we will just auto merge and send things out.
It will
So
schedule it. That's what it's doing.
yeah, based off of the workflow. Yeah. So if you say on a birthday or whatever. And so what we have a lot of advisors doing is automatically on the client's birthday, it's sending out their statement of all the investments, et cetera, that you have. And now it can automatically go out, which is really, really neat. And then kind of rounding it out, we do have this financial plan module here. We are not a financial planning tool that'll project out potential income for 10 years or whatever. But what we do have is this module just to kind of track. A lot of people are working with clients for 2, 3, 10, 20 years on a plan. And so you just kind of want to track, okay, I've talked to them, I've now done the discovery. Okay, now they're active and you can come into this plan, you can attach insurance and investments to this plan, and you can write notes. And so it's just a great holding bay for what you're doing with the client and good compliance as well.
Super cool.
So, I mean, just to talk about the automations, we haven't really peppered this with automations at this point, but what we do have is the simple touch points with clients, their yearly reviews, their birthdays. If you haven't reached out to them in a while and their policy is sitting in a certain stage, kind of fail-safe automations. So really our automations were just built on being proactive as it relates to an insurance or an investment. But like I said, we're constantly adding more to this, and you can see some of our extensions and integrations. That's how we can really add a layer on top of what Zoho can do. So yeah, I mean, that's our tool.
Super
I mean,
cool.
pricing wise, just so everyone knows, I'm assuming they're curious, it is on our website. But on the pricing page here, you can see if you pay monthly, it's $90. If you pay yearly, it's more like $75. We're just like Zoho. You can go yearly, 2 months in. We don't mind. We have no terms in the sense of like you give us 30 days, you can cancel. So yeah. If you want to learn more, go to our website and hit try it for free or book a demo. You have both options, and we'd be happy to chat with you guys. Yeah.
So Cloven.ca, that's for the one for the advisors.
Yeah.
And Blue Mortgage will be for the mortgage brokers.
Yeah, exactly.
What's next for you? What's the next product?
It's a good question. I mean, a lot of people say real estate, or they say to us. Now, I know you've dabbled in that world and you've had personal conversations about the goods and bads of that world. I don't know if there will be. I mean, some things we're thinking is maybe some type of sharing between these two systems. These people work together a lot. When you're getting a mortgage, you then think about life insurance. Sure. And real estate, I think, is something that we would tread very lightly on because people have tried it, I believe, including yourself, and there's toughness in that market. There's a lot more competition. But I would say we're focused on this product for at least the next 3 to 5 years of really growing it before we start sharing them between each other. We've still got room to grow on the mortgage side too, and we're having fun, honestly. We don't have any rush. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are beautiful products. Blue Mortgage, it's already a brand name. So yeah. I'm sure also Cloven will follow.
We hope so. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for having me. I think this is my first time on your channel.
I think so. Too late.
Yeah, it is. I'd love to be on it more, even just to do nerdy Zoho stuff. Happy to do that. I don't know as much as you in many areas, but I can put my 2 cents in. And yeah, just don't ask me about Creator, which I don't think you do.
Don't ask me about Creator.
Yeah, okay, all right, there you go. We're similar there.
Yes. Massimo, thank you for coming over. You're awesome. The products are awesome. Looking forward to see this thing grows. I'm sure it will.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Lior.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.